They've graced red carpets, headlined box office smashes, and built loyal fan bases worldwide. But when it comes to the ultimate movie star, is it Margot Robbie or Scarlett Johansson who truly reigns supreme? From Barbie pink power to superhero. Stealth, both women dominate pop culture in very different ways. In this video, we're diving deep, comparing not just their blockbuster successes, but their rise to fame, acting chops, awards, and influence off-screen. Whether you're Team Robbie or Team Scarlett, you might just be surprised who comes out on top. Let's unpack the glitz, the roles, and the impact, because Hollywood only has room for one queen at the top. Every Hollywood icon has that one moment where everything changes. For Scarlett Johansson, it was her hauntingly mature performance in Lost in Translation at just 18. The film catapulted her into the world's spotlight, earning her critical acclaim and setting her apart from the typical teen actress mold. Scarlett followed it with indie favorites like Girl with a Pearl Earring and Match Point, building a foundation on emotionally rich, complex characters that showcased her depth early on. Margot Robbie's rise was just as meteoric but came from a different angle. Starting on Australian soap Neighbours, she made the leap to Hollywood in The Wolf of Wall Street, holding her own alongside Leonardo DiCaprio. Her portrayal of Naomi LaPaglia wasn't just beautiful, it was sharp, commanding, and unforgettable. In just one role, Margot proved she wasn't just a pretty face, but a force with serious acting instincts. Two different paths, same powerful arrival. One through indie prestige, the other through blockbuster impact. But who had the stronger start? When it comes to dominating the global box office, both Scarlett Johansson and Margot Robbie have proven they're more than capable of carrying massive franchises. Scarlett's role as Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe turned her into a household name worldwide. Appearing in over 8 MCU films, including Avengers Endgame, which grossed over $2.7 billion, Scarlett helped shape one of the most successful film franchises in history. Her solo film Black Widow may have come late, but it still pulled in impressive numbers despite the pandemic release. Meanwhile, Margot Robbie carved her own niche in comic book lore as Harley Quinn. Her debut in Suicide Squad lit up the screen, even when the film received mixed reviews. It was clear Harley was the standout. Margot reprised the role in Birds of Prey and the Suicide Squad, proving her box office pull could rival even established franchises. Then came Barbie, a film many doubted until it raked in over $1 billion, cementing Margot's place as a true blockbuster queen. So, who owns the box office, crown Marvel's Black Widow or Barbie's billion-dollar magic? Box office numbers are one thing, but true movie stars show depth, and both Scarlett Johansson and Margot Robbie have pushed the boundaries of what they can do on screen. Scarlett's strength lies in her quiet intensity. In films like Marriage. Story, she stripped away the glam to deliver raw, vulnerable emotion that earned her an Oscar nomination. And then there's Jojo Rabbit, where she brought warmth and humor to a tragic, war-torn story. From voice acting in Her to leading sci-fi thrillers like Lucy, Scarlett's versatility is undeniable. Margot, too, has proven she's not confined to any one lane. Her turn as Tonya Harding in Tanya showed the world she could tackle deeply flawed, real-life characters with grit and nuance. It earned her an Academy Award nomination and respect from critics. In Bombshell, she stood her ground alongside acting heavyweights, and in Babylon, she swung for the fences with bold, fearless energy. Margot doesn't just act, she transforms. Different styles, same dedication. But who truly disappears into their roles and delivers unforgettable performances? Critical acclaim can solidify an actor's legacy, and both Scarlett Johansson and Margot Robbie have enjoyed their share of accolades. Scarlett, once seen as Hollywood's underrated gem, made history in 2020 by receiving 2 Oscar nominations in the same year: Marriage Story for Best Actress and Jojo Rabbit for Best Supporting Actress. While she hasn't yet taken home the Golden Statue, her consistent performances have earned her respect from critics and peers alike. She's also been honored with a BAFTA and several MTV Movie Awards, highlighting both her artistic credibility and mainstream popularity. Margot Robbie, though younger in her career, is quickly catching up. Her performance in Tanya earned her a Best Actress Oscar nomination and widespread acclaim. Critics praised her ability to humanize a controversial figure with complexity and sympathy. She followed that with another Oscar nomination for Bombshell, proving it wasn't just beginner's luck. Margot's fearless approach to challenging roles is turning heads in Hollywood's most elite circles. So who gets the edge, Scarlett, with her double nod in a single year? Or Margot, who's already made 2 Oscar-worthy impressions in under a decade? Being a movie star today isn't just about the roles you take, it's also about the brand you build. Scarlett Johansson has long been a symbol of elegance and poise. Her association with luxury brands like Dolce & Gabbana and Moet and Chandon has cemented her status as a timeless beauty and style icon. She's managed to keep her private life mostly under wraps, which only adds to her mystique. Scarlett doesn't need to be constantly in the headlines. Her work speaks louder than the buzz. On the flip side, Margot Robbie brings a different kind of energy. She's relatable, yet glamorous, quirky, yet confident. She's become a fashion darling, regularly topping best dress lists and fronting campaigns for major labels like Chanel. Margot's public persona blends Hollywood charm with a down-to-earth Australian vibe that fans adore. Plus, her red carpet appearances, especially during the Barbie press tour, turned into viral moments, boosting her global visibility. Both women dominate in their own lane. Scarlett with refined classic allure, and Margot with modern, playful flair. But in a world driven by media and image, whose brand truly owns the spotlight? Pop culture influence is where movie stars become icons. Scarlett Johansson has been shaping cinematic trends for over 2 decades. Her portrayal of Black Widow didn't just influence the MCU, it redefined what female superheroes could be. She opened doors for more nuanced, powerful roles for women in action films and became a role model for young girls worldwide. Her voice, role in her even sparked discussions about love, technology, and emotional connection, proving that her influence stretches beyond the screen. Margot Robbie, though newer to the scene, is quickly becoming a generational icon. Her fearless roles and bold fashion have made her a trendsetter. And then came Barbie. More than just a movie, it became a cultural movement. Margot helped turn a childhood toy into a symbol of empowerment and conversation. She's also producing films through her company Lucky Chap, shaping stories that champion women and underrepresented voices. Scarlett helped define a generation of film. Margot is already inspiring the next one. The question is, who's leaving a more lasting mark on the future of pop culture? True movie stardom requires more than just blockbuster success. It demands versatility. Scarlett Johansson has shown an impressive range, moving effortlessly between genres. From indie films like Lost in Translation, where she portrayed existential loneliness with stunning subtlety, to sci-fi thrillers like Lucy, to voice-only performances in Her, she's proven she doesn't need heavy effects or flashy scripts to captivate an audience. Her emotional depth and quiet intensity have made her a director's dream. Margot Robbie, too, is no stranger to versatility. She's played a manipulative trophy wife in The Wolf of Wall Street, a misunderstood Olympic figure skater in I, Tonya, and a twisted yet lovable anti-hero in Birds of Prey. Each role is radically different, yet she brings authenticity and fire to every performance. She's not afraid to get messy, vulnerable, or completely transform herself for a role, something that keeps audiences guessing and critics impressed. Both actresses stretch the limits of their craft. Scarlett is known for her understated depth, while Margot electrifies with raw intensity. When it comes to range, this isn't just a comparison, it's a masterclass. Awards don't define a career, but they certainly highlight industry respect, and both Scarlett Johansson and Margot Robbie have received plenty of it. Scarlett, despite her long and storied career, was surprisingly snubbed by major awards for years. That changed in 2020 when she earned 2 Oscar nominations in the same year, Best Actress for Marriage Story and Best Supporting Actress for Jojo Rabbit. It was a rare and powerful acknowledgement of her range and consistency. She's also received BAFTA nominations and won several critics' awards throughout her career. Margot Robbie, on the other hand, became an awards darling relatively quickly. Her performance in I, Tonya earned her an Oscar nomination for Best Actress, showcasing her fearless dive into complex characters. She also earned a Best Supporting Actress nomination for Bombshell, playing a fictional character inspired by real world events. Critics have applauded her ability to bring nuance to every role, even in ensemble casts. Both women are admired by peers and critics alike. While Scarlett's accolades reflect a long-earned respect, Margot's rising trajectory suggests even bigger awards may lie ahead. In Hollywood's elite circle, they both have a seat at the table. The true measure of a movie star is their lasting impact on Hollywood and beyond. Scarlett Johansson's legacy is already etched into the fabric of cinema. Her portrayal of Black Widow in the MCU, one of the most iconic female superhero roles, has influenced countless young actresses and redefined the action genre. Her work in indie films also highlighted her range, establishing her as a versatile force in both mainstream and art house cinema. She's not just a movie star, she's a trailblazer for women in film. Margot Robbie is still early in her career, but her influence is undeniable. With the success of I, Tanya, and the Barbie phenomenon, she's already becoming a defining voice in Hollywood. As a producer and founder of Lucky Chap Entertainment, she's pushing for more diverse, female-driven stories, aiming to reshape Hollywood from behind the scenes. Margot's willingness to take risks and challenge traditional norms is setting her apart as a modern-day Hollywood game-changer. Both Scarlett and Margot have built impressive careers, but their legacies are still unfolding. One thing's for sure, both will leave an indelible mark on the history of cinema, each in their own unique way.